Hey Scott, what are you doing?
I'm just rotating the tires, Jeremiah. Why? What's up?
Why do you rotate your tires so much?
Well, I only rotate the tires probably every other oil change, about every 5,000 to 7,000 miles. The reason I do so much is to make sure that my tires last the longest, but also you could get a good idea of how everything. Try that over. You get a good idea of how everything is wearing on your vehicle. So I just took this tire off. This was the front tire, still is. I'm just going to move it to the back. Careful. You could do a cross tire rotation, but I'm just doing a front to back rotation. What I'm going to look for when I do rotate the tires is the wear on the tire. This one, might be hard to see on the video, is wearing a little bit more on the outside, way less on the inside. That is a sign of underinflation. Or it's a sign that I need to rotate my tires more. So since this is the drive tire, me turning left and right causes the edges to wear a little bit faster than the rear tires, or tires that just stay straight. So maybe I want to rotate my tires a little bit more, maybe more towards the 5,000 mile mark if I want these tires to last longer. This one's going to move to the back. Set it right here for now. What I'm going to look for while the tire is off is make sure all my ball joints are good. Make sure that all the ball joints are good. The spring is good. My shocks aren't leaking or my struts aren't leaking. I could check my brakes, make sure that they're wearing properly, they're properly lubed. I could inspect my rotor. I could check my sway bar and sway bar end link. And this is all done while I'm changing the oil too. In the back, over here in the back with the tire off, you same thing. You can check all your ball joints, your bushings. Sorry, I forgot it was cold for a minute. Your bushings, same thing. Your brake pads, more bushings, sway bar end link. This sway bar end link is actually looking pretty bad. I can move it a lot. Might be hard to see because I'm moving the camera, but I'm thinking this sway bar end link is actually bad. So make sure you stay tuned for another video on that. Check your brakes, check more bushings and bushings. Just make sure that everything is functional while you're down here. This is the rear tire that's coming up to the front. When you put your lug nuts on, you're actually going to torque them down to a certain specification. That specification should be found in your user manual of your vehicle, or you can find it online, many places. Maybe just Google it. But in this case, I'm using a generic torque stick. It's a 90-pound torque stick. Not always as accurate. Well, complaints are not always as accurate as using a torque bar. So I do use my torque wrench after I have it down on the vehicle, just to ensure that these are properly torqued to 90 pounds.
So when I get a car, I should rotate my tires every 5,000 to 7,000 miles?
Yes, rotating your tires is a very helpful preventative maintenance on your vehicle. I highly recommend it for everybody to get the long-lasting or get the most lasting time out of your tires and your vehicle itself.
All that information is helpful. Hopefully my car will last a long time if I do this.
When using a torque stick or a torque wrench to tighten down the lug nuts, make sure you also tighten the lug nuts in a star pattern or in a torque sequence pattern. So I'm going to start here, then here, 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 then here. I'm never going to go starting in a circle because that could cause the tire or wheel to be bolted up in an oblong or a crooked way. That makes sure that the tire is evenly pressed against the hub or the brake rotor itself.
Can I find a link in the description to buy the tools that you're using?
Yes, there is a link in the description to buy torque sticks, a torque gun, and a torque wrench. Make sure you click those and buy them if you need them.
What if someone else has questions like I do?
Well, if someone has a question like yours, make sure they comment below or go ahead and shoot me a message and I'll get back to them as soon as I can, or hopefully somebody else in the community will answer their question as well. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you in the next hopefully helpful video.